This year I did something even more, and people just really went crazy over them. And I want to show you what they are. I made my cards, my skulls this year looks like this. And people are wanting to buy them, so I'm going to make some for sale that we could sell in a salon. But aren't these really neat? They are so sophisticated looking that I just love them. So I wanted to show you how to make one of these. So instead of making it out of construction paper, what I did was colored construction paper. What I did was I kind of rummaged through my old papers that I have, scrapbook papers. And these papers could be bought, at places like Michael's, just they come in a little tablet. And you just have to choose designs that are not really, really bright and bold. So I picked some that were, let me see. Maybe I'll try making one out of blue, or even maybe this. Let me try making one out of this color. But I'm going to use all the rest of them too. So how I did that was I made a pattern, and I made the pattern to fit this envelope. This is a standard size. I believe they're called A4 envelopes. And I made sure that this skull fits into the envelope, because you just want to make sure that it does. And there will be flowers and things like that, so you'll be taking up more room. So I'm going to fold this paper in half. And then I will be cutting. Let me see, maybe I'll just use a little light colored pencil. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace around this. And then I'm going to flip this around, and then you could cut two out of this. So that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut the one, because I'm going to work on this one. And I'll just cut around the shape. And I'm not really being that careful, because I think you'll be fine. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this with a glue stick. Glue this together just lightly. And make sure you get it so that it's real even on both sides. Now this shape looks just a little bit off to me, so I'm going to reshape it a little bit. Okay, the next thing you do is you take your Posca markers, or whatever you have, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a little stitch line all the way around the face. And that gives it a real strong definition on the outside of this. Just seems to give it a little bit more kind of contrast, I think we're looking for. And next thing we're going to do is Get some eyes on here. Let's see. I have some silver paper here that I always use for the holidays. I hope you have enough silver papers for this holiday because silver really makes it. And so we're going to, I'm going to cut this eyeball, this big eyes out, but here's one side, and then the other side, I'm just going to cut it down a little bit more because we don't want both of the eyes to look even. One side could be a little smaller. I don't know if you could hear the raindrops, but it's not beginning to rain really hard outside. I'm sitting right by the window so I could hear it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this black paper, and for some of you that's been working with me for a while, you know that I love to cut brown paper grocery bags and then paint them on all different colors on the other side of it. And that's how I keep you get all my collage papers. And out of this, we're going to cut a little nose out. I think maybe I'll make the nose a little skinnier. And so let's go ahead and get this. Let me see here. Oh, here it is. My little, just glue this down. And we'll put it maybe right here. And then the other side, I'm going to put it right here. So, and then for the inside, on the inside, I'm going to cut this. My husband told me to close the windows. I need to close the windows. It's just pouring in. And I'm going to cut this black little sheet of paper into another little eyeball. And here's one. And then I think the other one, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So we'll go ahead and glue that on. Wow, that was really a thunderstorm. All right. So let's press this down. And now we'll put the nose on. This is so much fun making these little skull heads. I love it. Okay, here we go. And then what I did, oh, this isn't sticking. Maybe I'm going to have to use this kind of a glue. Wow, the sound is really, yeah. Okay. And this one here too. I think we have to use a liquid. This is a really nice glue that I'm using. It's called liquid base multi glue. It's made by Tombow. Tombow is a trade name for, they make all kinds of art supplies. And this glue is really great because when other things don't work, this one just does its job. Hold it down for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to show you one thing that I'm going to do, which is really fun. And I went to Michael's the other day and bought this. See this? See all these little eyeballs? I thought, what would it be like if I just put eyeballs inside here? And maybe one big one and one little one. And we'll do this. And we'll just slide this one right on top. On. And then, and we'll put this one on top. And here it is. Look at how cute that is. Now we have squiggly eyes. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and punch a little hole on top so we could hang a string. Okay, now we have to figure out what are we going to use for the mouth. And let me see what I have. I have lots of little pieces of things here. Trying to think of what would be good for the mouth. Would I be using lavender? That would be good. Maybe not for that one. That one may be good. But I think I'm going to go for the lavender. Let me see what happens with this little piece of paper. We'll just cut the mouth. And his mouth will go right here. Yeah, that's a nice color. And I'm going to, I think with this glue, it'll work fine. I love that lavender on there. Now I'm going to take my multi-liner brush pen by Pentel. And I like this pen because if you learn to control this brush, it's a really nice brush pen to have because it gives you this, it doesn't give you just a real straight line. It kind of gives you a little, you could go thick and thin with this. And then it's waterproof. So then, you know, if you put watercolors or anything else on top, it's not going to ruin it. Okay, so I think I'm going to go give this ghost a couple black teeth. And maybe one right here. And maybe I'll put a little line going across this way. Maybe a little X. Maybe another black tooth here. And maybe I'll give him a circle. And maybe a little triangle here. You see what I mean? You could kind of do whatever you like with it. And that gives him a little designing mouth, right? And so now I'm going to go ahead and let me see. I think I may just go ahead and put a pink kind of a twine on him. And we'll put that right through here. And now comes the fun part. This is the part that I think that really makes this skull really neat. We're going to be putting some flowers and just gonna get this. If I had a grocery bag painted bright green, I would use it, but right now I don't seem to have it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this paper that I have. And I'm going to cut out a leaf, kind of a fat, big leaf. And I'm just going to rumple it up a little bit and put it right here. And probably this one, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than that. And I'm going to rumple that up and put it here. Now, what color? I'm thinking maybe a yellow might be nice. So I'm going to take this yellow and I'm going to trace a kind of an imaginary wonky flower. This is not doing it. On the other side of the paper, just go ahead and I'm going to cut some petals or flower shape. And just kind of without paying much attention, because I don't want these things to be just really perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these out. And wow, let me see here. Okay, here we go. See, this wonky little flower is not even shaped pretty well. I'm just going to kind of fold it up. Oh, that looks really nice, the yellow. And let me see what the next flower. What do you think? I wish you were here to let me know what you think. I'm just going to go with the red. So I'm going to cut out a tulip shape out of this paper. And let's see here. It's a shape. Put this down a little bit. I'm just going to go down, up. I wish I had a smaller scissor, but I don't have it right now. So I'm just going to just use this big one. And I'm going to cut this into a tulip shape with some pointed, extra long pointed edges. I'm just going to rumple this up. So there we go. So let's go ahead and put this leaf right here. And let's go ahead and put this flower, other tulip shape, maybe right here. And then see what that would look like. And then we'll put this little yellow flower right in the front. There we go. And then that leaf could nestle right in here. And I'll just press it with a pencil. And this one here needs a little bit of a center. So let me take this little piece of paper I found. Let me see if that'll work. So I'm just going to cut this into a square. And I'm going to fold this. Let me see. Let me cut this into a square. And then let me make this into a circle. Now I'm going to be cutting these right almost to the center, but not quite. Can you see what I'm doing? See, like that. And then when you open it up, it's a circle with a whole bunch of little things cut out. So now I'm just going to rumple it all up and kind of get them all wrinkly, and I don't want them to be just perfect little circles. So I open them up, and it's got a whole bunch of little fray ends, which is good, which is what I wanted. And then I'm going to put a glue right in the center of this and put that right there. Now you have another dimension. And then I'm going to take a Copic marker, has white. And I'm going to try a little something here to add a little bit more interest. I'm going to add the vein, the leaf, and I'm going to add the vein to the leaves. Wow, that really adds a lot. And I'm going to do the same here. Now, I guess I should have done this in the beginning, right? Before I glued it on. But I just didn't think about it. I just thought that kind of a last minute thing I thought about. And I might just add a little dab of white in the center. And I think that is enough. I would just leave it this way. I think it's perfect. And here's this little face. Oh, one more thing. One more thing I like to do is I might just go ahead and put some little lines like this on the side of the eyes. Kind of looks like little eyelashes or something, but who knows what it is. But this is it. And then let's just see if I could pull this one envelope out of here. And if you put this in this color envelope, this is what you have. Isn't that lovely? All right, so this is it. This is what I wanted to show you today. And I hope that you will try making some yourself, because I think you'll really be surprised how sophisticated these come out. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we shall see you again